The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
This is the Eagles Sports Network. I'm the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier, alongside Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. Chuck, finally get things rolling inside of Holt Fieldhouse. You welcome in one of four teams that made the NCAA Southeast Regional that are on the schedule for your Eagles this year. Lees-McRae comes to town for a matchup with your Eagles. What sticks out to you about the first home game of the year against the Lees-McRae team that had to replace a bunch of bodies?
Well, what's the most appealing about all this is the fact that our entire preseason schedule was away from here. Our opening weekend, 2 games away from here. So just to have a chance to be at home and be on your home court, we're excited about that. When you consider the opponent, Lees-McRae, obviously they were one of the better teams in Conference Carolinas last year, made the NCAA tournament. Are receiving top 25 preseason votes this year in the NABC polls. So we know we're going to have our hands full, but we're excited for the challenge.
They're probably smarting a little bit. Started 0-2, losses to Flagler and Columbus State. What's changed? What's the same for this team? Quay Kimball's back, a couple of others back, but 10 players exited the program after last year.
Yeah, I mean they lost a lot in terms of experience, but they had some solid parts returning, and they added a couple of Division I transfers in the mix. The thing about them that really stands out is that they're such an incredibly large defensive package. I mean, these guys play man and variations of man, zone, variations of zone. They press, they trap. They just try to create a really chaotic kind of situation. So it requires really, really heady guard play by people they go up against. Fortunately, I think we got some guys that are pretty solid and will be prepared to handle the different punches thrown. So it's going to be challenging for sure, but I think we're up for the task.
You're 2 games into the post-Charles Clark era and sitting at 2-0 with, I think for the first time in the past 6 years, the top scoring defense in the South Atlantic Conference. Did it with defense against Southern Wesleyan and Lander. What sticks out to you about the Eagles 2 games in?
Well, I mean, I think because of our style of play, especially early, your defense has a chance to sort of have an advantage over offense, just because it's sometimes easier to sort of capture, and offense sometimes is slow to come. So I don't want to make too big a deal about it, but obviously I'm very happy that we performed defensively like we did, and I would love it if we were able to sustain that. But offensive play today is so explosive, and with the 3 being utilized at the rate it's being utilized, I think it's gonna be hard to think we're going to keep teams sub 60 for very much longer.
You look at the Eagles' offense. Started slow against Southern Wesleyan, clicked a little bit better against Lander. What needs to improve?
I think it's just experience. We're trying to learn how to play, as you said, in a time frame when Charles's 20 every night's not there. Sean Jones's 13, 14 is not there, and so we have other guys that are now getting those minutes and taking those shots, and so I think we're going to be okay. It's just a matter of us getting more experience in games on our belts where our guys can sort of find how they all sort of melt together offensively.
Chuck, pleasure as always. Good luck tomorrow against the Bobcats.
Thanks, Kev.
It's Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. I'm the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier, and this is the Eagle Sports Network. Down.